Imagine a building so massive, so futuristic, it was once called a spaceship, landed in the heart of Berlin. A structure that cost over $1 billion to build, designed to showcase the power and ambition of a city divided by ideology. But today, it stands empty, a ghostly monument to a bygone era. This is the International Conference Center, or the ICC, a place where history, architecture, and Cold War drama collide. What was once a symbol of capitalist triumph and technological innovation is now a crumbling relic, abandoned for over a decade. But here's the twist. This isn't just a story of decline. It's a story of resurrection. Because the ICC is on the brink of a new chapter, one that could redefine its legacy and reshape Berlin's future. How did this architectural marvel rise to fame, only to fall into obscurity? What secrets lie hidden within its brutalist walls? And can this spaceship ever take flight again? In this video, we'll uncover the untold history of the ICC, explore its groundbreaking design, and reveal the bold plans to bring it back to life. From Cold War rivalries to Star Trek-inspired lecture halls, this is the story of a building that defied convention and might just do it again. Buckle up, because we're about to take you on a journey through time, space, and the incredible saga of Berlin's abandoned spaceship. Let's dive in. To understand the ICC, we need to go back in time to a divided Berlin. After World War II, Germany was split into two, the Democratic West and the Communist East. Berlin, the capital, was also divided. In 1961, the Berlin Wall was built, cutting the city in half. This wall wasn't just made of concrete, it was a symbol of the Cold War, a battle of ideologies. On one side, East Berlin with its grand government-controlled buildings like the Palace of the Republic. On the other side, West Berlin, a showcase of modernity and freedom, with bold futuristic architecture like the Berlin Philharmonie and Tegel Airport. The ICC was born out of this rivalry. In the 1970s, East Berlin built the Palace of the Republic, a massive cultural and political hub. West Berlin needed a response, a statement of its own power and progress. Enter the ICC. Designed by architects Ralph and Ursel Schuler-Witte, this building wasn't just a conference center. It was a symbol of West Berlin's ambition to be a global player. Construction began in 1975, and the project cost a staggering 1.2 billion Deutschmarks, over $1 billion today. When it opened in 1979, it was the most expensive building in West Germany. But this wasn't just about money. It was about proving a point that West Berlin could outshine its communist neighbor. Now, let's talk about the ICC's design, because this is where things get really fascinating. The ICC is a masterpiece of brutalist and high-tech architecture. Its massive angular exterior looks like something from a sci-fi movie, earning it the nickname the Spaceship. But the real magic is inside. The ICC is essentially a building within a building. The outer shell houses a completely independent inner structure designed to be soundproof. This was crucial because the ICC hosted everything from international conferences to concerts. The architects used groundbreaking engineering to achieve this. The halls and theaters are suspended from the ceiling, floating on rubber bearings to block out noise. The exposed steel trusses and load-bearing structures aren't just functional. They're part of the aesthetic, giving the building an industrial, futuristic vibe. One of the most iconic features is the car foyer, a multi-level parking area that feels like a scene from a James Bond movie. Inside, the ICC feels like a city of its own. The main boulevard is a long, open space with a futuristic lighting system designed by Frank Herman. There's even a sculpture called the Brain, symbolizing the intellectual exchange that took place here. And if you're a Star Trek fan, you'll love this. The lecture halls were inspired by the Starship Enterprise, with sleek, curved designs that feel straight out of the 23rd century. But the ICC wasn't just about looks, it was built to adapt. The main hall could be transformed for different events, from political summits to rock concerts. Over the years, it hosted major events like the World Economic Forum and performances by legendary artists like Frank Sinatra and Ella Fitzgerald. It was a place where the world came together, a true symbol of international cooperation. When the ICC opened, it was met with mixed reactions. Some people loved its bold, futuristic design. They saw it as a symbol of progress and innovation. Others criticized it for being too expensive and impractical. Maintaining such a massive, complex building wasn't easy, and over time, the costs added up. But despite the criticism, the ICC became a cultural icon. It was a place where history was made, where world leaders debated, and where artists performed for thousands. By the 1990s, after the fall of the Berlin Wall, the ICC's role began to change. Berlin was no longer divided, and the city's priorities shifted. The ICC started to lose its purpose. In 2014, it was officially closed. But even in its abandoned state, the ICC never lost its charm. It gained a cult following, with people from around the world coming to see this architectural marvel. In 2019, it was added to Berlin's list of protected landmarks, ensuring its place in history. During its years of abandonment, the ICC found new life in unexpected ways. It was used as a shelter for refugees, a vaccination center during the COVID-19 pandemic, and even a space for art installations. These temporary uses kept the building alive, but the question remained, what would its future hold? After decades of hosting world leaders, artists, and thinkers, the ICC's doors closed in 2014. The building, once a symbol of progress, fell silent. But silence doesn't mean the end. In the years since its closure, the ICC has taken on new roles. During the European refugee crisis, it became a temporary shelter for hundreds of people seeking safety. Artists also saw potential in its empty halls, using the space for installations and performances. These temporary uses kept the ICC alive, but they were never meant to be permanent. Now, the ICC stands at a crossroads. The city of Berlin has launched an ambitious plan to bring this iconic building back to life. In 2022, the government announced a competition for investors offering a unique opportunity, a 99-year lease for free. Yes, you heard that right, free. But there's a catch. The new owners must preserve the ICC's architectural heritage and ensure that the space remains open to the public. This means no luxury apartments or private offices. Instead, the ICC could become a hub for innovation, culture, or education, a place that serves the people of Berlin once again. The plans are bold, but they're not without challenges. The ICC is a massive structure, and renovating it won't be easy or cheap. Estimates suggest it could cost hundreds of millions of euros to modernize the building while preserving its unique design. But for many, the cost is worth it. The ICC isn't just a building, it's a piece of history, a symbol of Berlin's resilience and creativity. The final decision on its future is expected by 2026. Until then, the ICC remains a blank canvas, full of potential. Could it become a center for startups, a museum, or a cultural venue? The possibilities are endless. What's certain is that Berlin hasn't given up on its spaceship. The story of the ICC is a story of ambition, innovation, and reinvention. From its origins as a symbol of Cold War rivalry to its current state as an abandoned masterpiece, the ICC has always been more than just a building. It's a testament to human creativity and the power of architecture to inspire. While its future is still uncertain, one thing is clear: the ICC's legacy is far from over. Whether it becomes a hub for innovation, a cultural landmark, or something entirely new, this spaceship has the potential to soar once again. So, what do you think should happen to the ICC? Should it be preserved as a museum, transformed into a modern workspace, or turned into something completely unexpected? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey through the history and future of Berlin's most iconic building, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories about the places that shape our world. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.